conflict happens in society. You can't avoid it. And so what Center for Conflict Resolution does is help move people through conflict through mediation.
It allows parties to create their own decision, their own agreement. They are not going to a judge or a jury or an arbitration hearing and having somebody tell them what's in their best interest. They are deciding what's in their best interest.
Mediation is an opportunity for folks who have some sort of dispute to sit down with someone outside of their situation and have a conversation.
Mediators do not give advice. They don't make decisions for anyone. They don't tell people what to do. They don't advocate for one side or the other. They're really there as a neutral third party.
A mediator listens, a mediator empathizes, a mediator holds things up to the light, and a mediator is able to sort of break things down so that things are more manageable to discuss.
There's no agenda with the mediator. They can see things from a wider perspective, from both angles, and kind of guide each person around to see each other's perspective.
Through mediation, you get to find out what those underlying feelings are and those needs and those interests in those parties. And then a light bulb clicks on.
Wouldn't you want to know what your blind spots are, what you're not thinking about, what you haven't thought of as important, just by having someone really ask you the tough questions that maybe you weren't really willing to ask yourself?
Mediation helps people see each other as people rather than as problems.
Mediation is good and important. In any problem, you always need to sit down and look at the other person's perspective. That's why mediation is good.
Getting people to talk to each other, having those difficult conversations, getting people to sit and really think with someone else that they're not agreeing with, it allows us to come together, see each other as humans, acknowledge that we're different, but also look for ways that we're similar. And it can be really tough to sit down and talk to someone. I think that mediation is an amazing platform for doing that and creating a small little pocket of peace that I think then has a domino effect.
Yeah, it felt really good to be able to be heard, because in being heard, you can have your own self-reflection.
The power of listening and the power of having a conversation that you may not have otherwise had, I think it can change the world. I really believe that.
I'm an attorney by education, a psych major. Figured, oh great, I'm going to learn mediation. I can help people solve their problems and then go on with the rest of their life. And one of the best things I did was sign up for the training at CCR, which teaches you that we don't solve other people's problems. We guide them through this process.
Your mediation training was surprising to me. It's not just so that you can go in and mediate a dispute. It's really a way of being present in the moment, improving your active listening skills. And there were collateral benefits to taking CCR training that I hadn't expected.
This would be a cool skill to learn. You can use it in classroom, you can use it in policy making. And so for me, it set me up on my path of where I am today.
It helps you communicate better with each other, with your spouses, with your coworkers, with your friends, and you get to start seeing people differently, hearing them through a different lens when you have a background in mediation.
The best thing about CCR is our amazing group of volunteers. They are so passionate about what they do.
We're a really small team. We have about 10 staff members, and we mediate thousands of cases a year. So it's a lot of work for a small group. So we rely heavily on donations of money and of time. And we really wouldn't be able to do the work that we do without people giving to CCR, that in turn allows us to give back to our community.
Donations to CCR allow us to do all that work. They allow us to train people that can't afford the training otherwise, and they allow us to go out into the community and bring people from community into our space to create those opportunities to resolve their disputes. Supporting CCR means supporting conflict resolution in the whole city of Chicago.
My dream for the Center for Conflict Resolution is that people all throughout our community think about mediation first as a way to resolve their dispute.
If you have a conflict, any kind of conflict, I would say really consider mediation as a step before you do anything else.
It reduces the conflict that we have in our society, even by just a little bit. And I think that's well worth the investment.